Hi and welcome to my latest blind whisky tasting video. If you've not seen one of my videos before, what I do is I use these 3 blue Glencairn glasses. I get my wife to pour them into them without me seeing, randomly mix them up so I don't know which is which, and I then proceed to learn about the whiskies by their smell and taste, and I then try and have a guess at which is which. Tonight I'm doing the Highland Park 12-year-old, 15-year-old and 18-year-old. But first I'll tell you a little bit about the Highland Park distillery. Highland Park is in the Orkney Islands, which is one of the remote islands north of Scotland, which makes it the most northerly distillery in the British Isles. They have a Viking connection, and that can be seen in their bottles and their packaging, and they've been going as far back as 1798. Most, if not all, of their whiskies are lightly peated and have some sort of smoke flavour. I've only ever tried 2 Highland Parks. One of them is the 12-year-old. The other 2, the 15 and the 18-year-old that I've got to taste, were given to me by Jez at the London Whisky Club. The London Whisky Club is always looking for new members. If you'd like to learn about whisky and enjoy whisky with like-minded individuals, why not come along? I'll put a link in the description. Let's get on with the whisky. I'm going to nose the first one. I'll do them in order, and then I'll check them on the palate, and then I'll have a stab at which is which. But for you at home, I'll put down what they are. Obviously I won't know until the end. I'll put them down on an overlay so you can see what I'm nosing and tasting as we go along. Right, so instantly this one I get a hint of peat. It's a nice light, salty, sweet smoke. It does taste like it's got, you know, I'm getting hints of sort of age and complexity to this one already. Obviously the youngest is 12 years old, but I think this might be a bit older. Getting a little bit of toffee and caramel. Yeah, there's quite a nice salty sweet smoke coming from that one. Let's try the next one. Right, this one already smells sweeter, softer, but softer in a young way, not softer as in a mellow, older whiskey. Yeah, there's a hint of smoke in there, but it doesn't have the salinity, or the salty brininess like the other one. Maybe a little bit citrusy. So let's nose the last one. Right, this one instantly smells a bit dusty. It's quite soft on the nose. It's not sweet. Still a hint of smoke. Not as salty as the first one. Yeah, dusty and mellow, I'd say that gives me on the nose. Definitely not much sweetness coming from this one. Right, I've no idea which is which at the moment, although a quick stab I'd say potentially 15, 12, 18. Let's give them a taste. Almost getting ashtrays, fag ash on that one. Right. This one's quite simple and light to start with. No sweetness. Not much in terms of flavour. It then develops into a smokiness. Then I got the fag ash, got that on the palate as well, which I wasn't expecting. And then you get this nice, warming, peppery spice. It's not unenjoyable, but it's not wowing me at all. So yeah, first impressions, it's okay, but let's go for another one. Yeah, see, I'm getting sweetness and caramel. Wasn't getting any of that on the palate. It's got a nice mouthfeel, but it's very light. It doesn't cling, but there's a little bit of oiliness to it. Yeah, it's quite light whiskey, but I like that warming build. But there's almost no sweetness. What you get on the nose in terms of sweetness is all lost on the palate. I'm not sure which one that is. I'm going to have to try the others to even stab a guess at what that is now. So, actually, I'm going to have a quick sip of water before I carry on. Yeah, so this one seems young on the nose and citrusy, salty, smoky, sweet. Let's try this one. This one's got more texture on the palate, a little oilier, sweeter. There's definitely more lingering smoke on the palate. Yeah, there's a hint of citrus fruits, only a hint, and yeah, it mellows out. The sweetness disappears. The warming spice comes in, and that smoke lingers. It's quite a light smoke. Yeah, as you drink that and you draw a mouthful in, you breathe in the sweetness. It's really nice, but it's definitely got more smoke, more flavour. I wouldn't say this is necessarily older than the last one. It just has a bit more going on. Still difficult at this stage to say which is which. A bit more water, and we'll carry on for the last one. Right, so on to the last one. Yeah, sweet. This one seems to have more body to it. It's got richer, rounder on the nose. It's sweet. It doesn't smell young. Even smells like there's a hint of sherry in there. I don't know if there is on any of these Highland Parks. Yeah, this smells quite interesting. Let's give it a go. Right, well this one's noticeably the most oily on the palate. It sort of clings to the mouth and goes down really slowly. It's not overly sweet on the palate. I'd say it's sweeter than the first one, but it's not too smoky on the finish at all. There's not much smoke that lingers. There's not much burn either. From memory, I'll just check. Yeah, the 15 and 12, so 12 and 15, both 40%. The 18 is 43%. So there's not much in it. So it's not like one would stand out massively in this, but so far I'm thinking this has the most character, the most body, the most mellow, I'd say. Maybe this is the 18. I don't know. It's difficult to tell. What do I want to be the 18? What do I want to be the 15? I've already got preconceived ideas of what should be what based on what I'm going to taste, what I'm going to smell. It's really difficult because I think what's in here can sometimes take over with what you've actually tasted. I'm going to have another sip of the first one. I'm then going to put them in order of preference. Then I'm going to have a stab at which is which. So, a bit of water, go back to the first one and I'll make my decisions. See, this one's lovely and sweet, but right, I got some sweetness on the palate on that one. Maybe it's a whiskey. It's got layers. Maybe you need to keep at it and you'll get those flavours and layers, but my gut feeling was that this was the 12, this was the 15, this was the 18. But I've now swung around and I'm preferring this to this one, so is preference going to overtake what I think each one is in age? So I'm going to have one more try of this one before I make up my mind, because I actually like this on the last sip. Maybe it just needs time. I'm going to have to go back to that last one. I can't make up my mind. Right, last one I'm going to try before I'm going to give my verdict. Yeah, I'm going to give my verdict. Favourites. This is actually now my favourite. Maybe this just needs time in the glass. Maybe it's a complex whiskey that you get different layers as you try it again and again. That's my favourite. That's my second favourite. And this one is my least favourite. So 1, 2, 3. But which is going to be which? I think The middle one is the 12. The end one is the 15. And I think that's the 18. Am I right? So let's do it in order of age. I think this is 12. Am I right? No! That one's the 18. I'm gutted. Right. So I've got one wrong. So I thought this one was the 15. Let's see if I've got this one right. That one's the 12. So that means this one's the 15. Yeah, it's the 15. So I didn't get any right. And I obviously preferred the 15. Here's to getting it wrong again. Let's see if I can get at least one right next time. Slauncher. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment? And please consider subscribing for more videos like this.